The small pharma and biotech sector is blowing up in recent days, and in today's video I have a tiny pharmaceutical penny stock that could be next. Today alone we've seen stocks like Indaptus Therapeutics and Impact Biomedical running as much as 300% in just one day. In today's video I will be talking about InMed Pharmaceuticals. This stock is listed on Nasdaq, ticker symbol INM. This company is advancing with a strong pipeline looking to impact a $19 billion market. If you like penny stocks and you like pharma penny stocks in particular, then this really needs to be on your watch list, because this one has a history of making parabolic moves. Now we've got a lot to get through in this video, so I will try to keep this intro short, but if you find any value in this, can I ask you to smash the like button? It takes a lot of time to make these videos, but it literally takes 2 seconds and costs nothing to smash the like button, and it helps the channel out so much. I'm aiming to get 500 likes on this video. Help me hit that goal. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new content like this. I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. And I would really appreciate it if you could try to answer the question later in this video. Now let's get into it. InMed Pharmaceuticals is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company focused on developing a pipeline of proprietary small molecule drug candidates targeting the CB1 and CB2 receptors. This company is listed on Nasdaq, ticker symbol INM. Now this is one of the smallest penny stocks that I have ever talked about on the channel. The company's float is only 1.2 million shares and the market cap of just about $3 million. Now I'll talk about why this is so important in a moment, but first, InMed's pipeline consists of 3 separate programs in the treatment of Alzheimer's, ocular and dermatological indications. These are at different levels of progression right now, and we can see these listed here. INM 901 is for the treatment of Alzheimer's, 089 for the treatment of dry age-related macular degeneration, also known as AMD. Both of these are at the preclinical stage. And then we have INM 755 for the treatment of EB. Now for this one, InMed is developing a cream for EB and has completed a phase 2 clinical trial where the results from the clinical trial showed a positive indication of enhanced anti-itch activity for 755 cream versus the control cream alone in an exploratory clinical evaluation. INM 755 cream is the first cannabinol formulation to be treated in a clinical trial as a therapeutic product. But the big one is their lead candidate INM 901 for the treatment of Alzheimer's. Now the global Alzheimer's market was valued at $12.4 billion in 2023 and is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 9%, reaching $19.1 billion by 2030. While the Alzheimer's therapeutics market is a significant portion of the overall market, with a size of $4 billion in 2022 and is projected to increase to $15.1 billion by 2030. With a compound annual growth rate of 20%. Now I don't know if anyone watching this has had the misfortune of a loved one developing Alzheimer's or even seeing a distant relative develop it. But it is absolutely devastating, and it is becoming more and more common because as of yet there is no cure for this disease. All we can hope is that treatments can get better, because one of the biggest challenges with current Alzheimer's treatments is while they may slow the rate of cognitive decline, none have been shown to halt it or reverse its progression. But InMed's 901 drug candidate is different. It is being developed as a potential multifactorial treatment for Alzheimer's. Promising studies demonstrate INM 901's neuroprotective effects and an ability to extend neurite length, signifying improved neuron function, a unique therapeutic effect not shown in any current Alzheimer's disease treatments. In a recent preclinical study, 901 demonstrated a reduction in several plasma and brain markers of neuroinflammation, a recognized contributor to Alzheimer's disease development and progression. Now we can see a quick summary of the preclinical study here on the screen. You can either pause the video and read this, or I have put a link to this in the description under the video. So moving on to the investor's presentation. Here we have a quick overview where we can see the pipeline with the 3 candidates that I've already mentioned. But InMed has broad IP across molecules, manufacturing, formulations, and methods of use. And something I forgot to mention earlier, there is also a profitable subsidiary selling rare cannabinoids to the health and wellness industry. And that is Biomedica, a commercial B2B supplier. Moving down again here, we can see the product pipeline a lot closer than on their webpage, and they are currently pursuing partnerships for further development of their EB treatment. Now, we've already seen that there is a huge addressable market for Alzheimer's. It is actually the 5th leading cause of disease for people over 65, but the US annual financial impact is $360 billion, so it's clear to see why so much time and resources goes into trying to find a reliable treatment for this disease. But INM 901 is a unique approach, using multiple mechanisms, demonstrating multiple effects. As it says here, the treatment led to improvement in cognitive function and memory, locomotor activity, anxiety-based behavior, and sound awareness. Now, I highly recommend that everyone checks out this investor's presentation if you're interested in this company. I have put a link to this in the description, because it also goes through some of the details on dry age-related macular degression, such as what is AMD, how AMD occurs, InMed's approach to AMD, and the next steps for INM 089 in the treatment of AMD. Now, as we've seen at the start of the video, the pharma industry is going crazy lately, and some of these stocks are running crazy high on little to no news. The smaller the stock, the bigger the run, as we've seen with Impact Bio running over 260% today, and Indaptus Therapeutics up over 85%. So last month, InMed reported their third quarter results and provided a business update. Now, as it says here, this is an 11-minute read, so I'm just going to skip to the most important bits. They posted a small net loss of $2 million, largely due to R&D for INM 901 and 089. But as of March 31st, the company's cash equivalents, and short-term investments was $4.68 million. Remember that this company is valued at just $3 million right now. But this is the important part. InMed CEO Eric Adams commented, "We continue to advance INM 901 as a differentiated approach to treating Alzheimer's disease by targeting neuroinflammation beyond conventional strategies, and we look forward to sharing additional data in the near term." Now, this was filed back on May 12th, and we are still waiting for this additional data, so this should be very soon, and this should provide a huge catalyst. I think at this price, the risk to reward seems very good. InMed stock has dropped a lot over the past year or two, but it is inclined to go parabolic from time to time. Like, in the sense of looking for parabolic penny stocks, this definitely fits the bill. As we can see here, last August running about 400%, and it has a couple of big runs in 2025 too. Even at the end of last month, INM stock ran over 70% from the exact same price that it is today. In fact, this is the same price that the stock was when it went parabolic last year, and the only time the stock dropped under today's price, it went back above it within 6 trading days. The company does have key value drivers for 2025, and with very little news out of the company recently, after saying they would have some data in the near term, I think if we get news, then this could run big. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Remember that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, so I highly recommend you do your own due diligence, because although I think the reward here far outweighs the risk, it is still a high risk, high reward play. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next